To compete in the real race, prove everything on the track, and continue to pursue the everlasting racing glory as your routine.
A single clack of your wheel.
The passion is engaged. All you have to do is to commit, to feel the grip in your hand, to perform every precise entry, to deliver the perfect friction circle, and to master the art of driving. You may ask, where's my race crew? And I would say, leave it to Conspit. Ares, the wheelbase that was built to master the competitive sim racing scene. With its powerful skew pole motor and high-precision optical encoder, Ares delivers an unparalleled driving experience with highly detailed force feedback. 290 GP, deemed to become the true next generation. It breaks the planar constraints through a unique 3D ergonomic design and redefines everything about the Formula steering wheel, featuring a full carbon fiber front housing, ensuring a light yet ultra-rigid experience. The MagFlip rocker-type paddles achieve the same functionality as Formula One setups. The CDP system will push your performance to the next level. Focus and execute the agile maneuver, all within just a blink of an eye. With this zealous combination of Ares and 290 GP, the roar of the road thrills both your hands and soul.
Welcome to the Conspit MX5 Cup final here from Grobnik in Croatia. It is the end of the qualifying session, but I think we have a small issue.
Yeah, I think there is a issue. Welcome everyone, and we've started this one with a bang, and I think we'll leave you with a little bit more commercials before we fully get ready and get back for the real racing action, the Conspit MX5 Cup finals. Hang with us there, and we'll be back in a short, brief moment.
To compete in the real race, prove everything on the track, and continue to pursue the everlasting racing glory as your routine.
A single clack of your wheel.
The passion is engaged. All you have to do is to commit, to feel the grip in your hand, to perform every precise entry, to deliver the perfect friction circle, and to master the art of driving. You may ask, where's my race crew? And I would say, leave it to Conspit. Ares, the wheelbase that was built to master the competitive sim racing scene. With its powerful skew pole motor and high-precision optical encoder, Ares delivers an unparalleled driving experience with highly detailed force feedback. 290 GP, deemed to become the true next generation. It breaks the planar constraints through a unique 3D ergonomic design and redefines everything about the Formula steering wheel, featuring a full carbon fiber front housing, ensuring a light yet ultra-rigid experience. The MagFlip rocker-type paddles achieve the same functionality as Formula One setups. The CDP system will push your performance to the next level. Focus and execute the agile maneuver, all within just a blink of an eye. With this zealous combination of Ares and 290 GP, the roar of the road thrills both your hands and soul. To compete in the real race, prove everything on the track, and continue to pursue the everlasting racing glory as your routine.
A single clack of your wheel.
The passion is engaged. All you have to do is to commit, to feel the grip in your hand, to perform every precise entry, to deliver the perfect friction circle, and to master the art of driving. You may ask, where's my race crew? And I would say, leave it to Conspit. Ares, the wheelbase that was built to master the competitive sim racing scene. With its powerful skew pole motor and high-precision optical encoder, Ares delivers an unparalleled driving experience with highly detailed force feedback. 290 GP, deemed to become the true next generation. It breaks the planar constraints through a unique 3D ergonomic design and redefines everything about the Formula steering wheel, featuring a full carbon fiber front housing, ensuring a light yet ultra-rigid experience. The MagFlip rocker-type paddles achieve the same functionality as Formula One setups. The CDP system will push your performance to the next level. Focus and execute the agile maneuver, all within just a blink of an eye. With this zealous combination of Ares and 290 GP, the roar of the road thrills both your hands and soul.
Welcome back to the track here in Croatia at the Grobnik circuit for the Conspit MX5 Cup final. We had some technical difficulties. We're back on track as Yetzi on provisional pole position, at least for now, by 0.3 of a second. In terms of the championship, we've got a 7-way fight. For this one, it's double points, but anyway, the top 7 are all on equal points in the championship so far. Alonso, Olivetti, Cantori, Italianos, Rivera, Vega, Shilagi, and Yetzi. All of them on 1,300 points. So all of them on equal points, and all of them will be battling out for this championship. And as always, I'm joined by Lorinas.
Yep, so welcome back and welcome to the finals of the second Conspit MX5 season. As Gustas already introduced you with the championship standings, it is definitely promised to be a very hot battle on the racetrack. 7 drivers came here with equal amount of points, meaning that any driver of the ones that are now in contention to win can become the winners and receive the fabulous prizes, and the prizes are definitely worth the shot. First place finisher in this championship, well, basically the driver who finishes first in this final will receive the Conspit Ares direct drive wheelbase. Second place will be rewarded with the Conspit CSD Dashboard, and third place will receive the Conspit H3 hydraulic handbrake. All of those gadgets are definitely worth fighting for, and they are very high material and very nice quality products for the drivers to improve their racing. So be prepared for some definitely hot racing action on the racetrack.
Yep, a lot of action, and as the time ticks down for qualifying, we'll have a 20-minute race up ahead of us. This is a very, very difficult circuit. Lots of these flowing corners. Shilagi in second place for now. 1/10 behind pole. Cantori just about, well, almost 2/10 behind pole. Yetzi still on pole position, so he comes in, well, towards the end of the qualifying session as the favorite. We'll see if anybody else can improve on their sectors. I think ETC is just about done. Cantori's done. Olivetti still out on track. Alonso done. Taliano's still running, so any of them can still improve. Olivetti green in sector number 2. That means fastest of his sectors so far, so personal best in sector 2. Sector 1 was not a personal best, so pretty much on the limit. Lots of ups and downs around this circuit as they head on. This is the front straightaway. And to the line, staying close to the wall. Can this be an improvement?
It is an improvement in time, but not a position. So Olivetti stays 4th, and I think that's about it. This is basically qualifying done for the drivers. We have a couple of them still on the racetrack crossing the line, but most of them are battles for lower positions. Our main focus on the championship battle is basically finished, and the drivers find themselves now standing in the pit lane. As we go through the qualifying session results here with Gustas.
So ETC on pole position for this final race of the season. Shilagi, Cantori, Olivetti, Alonso round out the top 5. Then it's Talianos, Barbakov, Rambo, Ramak, Toman, Ruzante, Gabana, Kovalevsky. Looking further down the field, Singh, Vatara, Fonseca, Kovacs, Pleman, Lynch, Allo, Sarma, Tuk, Thomason, Liebhardt, and Paiva. That's your top 25 racers that we'll have tonight. And getting ready to get going. A couple more minutes until we get the lights out.
Yep, so I think it's time to go through the beautiful Conspit video as the drivers and ourselves prepare for the hot 20-minute finals.
To compete in the real race, prove everything on the track, and continue to pursue the everlasting racing glory as your routine.
A single clack of your wheel.
The passion is engaged. All you have to do is to commit, to feel the grip in your hand, to perform every precise entry, to deliver the perfect friction circle, and to master the art of driving. You may ask, where's my race crew? And I would say, leave it to Conspit. Ares, the wheelbase that was built to master the competitive sim racing scene. With its powerful skew pole motor and high-precision optical encoder, Ares delivers an unparalleled driving experience with highly detailed force feedback. 290 GP, deemed to become the true next generation. It breaks the planar constraints through a unique 3D ergonomic design and redefines everything about the Formula steering wheel, featuring a full carbon fiber front housing, ensuring a light yet ultra-rigid experience. The MagFlip rocker-type paddles achieve the same functionality as Formula One setups. The CDP system will push your performance to the next level. Focus and execute the agile maneuver, all within just a blink of an eye. With this zealous combination of Ares and 290 GP, the roar of the road thrills both your hands and soul.
Well, very, very nice overview of the Conspit products as we get ready to go. About a minute left until we go green for this final round of the MX5, the Conspit MX5 Cup.
Yep, so
The drivers took
sorry. Equal cars, equal setups, everything up to the driver the same way it went for the previous 13 weeks on the World Sim Series platform. This was and still is the second season of the Conspit MX5 Cup Championship. If you enjoy the action, and what about you'll see it now on your screens. You are not late to the party. The third season is just around the corner, so wait no more and you can join these drivers and join the battles on the racetrack. 3,000 drivers have spent the last 13 weeks battling each other as we have the green lights for the final race of the MX5 Championship, and Yetzi leads the field, though Sizlagi had a slightly better start and dives straight into the inside, cuts a little bit too much of the curb and leaves the door open for behind him. Runs side by side, a very long straight and a nice slipstream does the work here, but oh, again the first corner and the inside looks like it's not working for an overtake here. A very technical track. The Grobnik is well, and definitely a challenge for the drivers, not only to be fast, but find the right places to maybe stick those moves and make them happen, as Silagi... no, he backed out. Well, actually, Silagi stayed in front and Barbukov backed out. It looked like...
didn't take that opportunity, but very difficult track to overtake and very difficult track to keep up your momentum. But if you can keep it, it looks fantastic up and down all the way through. And this is still that battle. So Shilagi, well, he had a good qualifying. Looks like he's struggling just a little bit more in this race. Go Yetzi, still under pressure from Kantori. Yetzi didn't run away. To the inside goes Barbakov here. This will be a harder braking zone. If he can get it done, he does just about. Big banking helping him out. I think maybe Shilagi can come back at him down the straightaway. But I think Barbakov's going to have the slipstream and going to have the advantage as they head down into turn one. Actually, still side by side. Slipstream maybe not working as well as they hoped. Kantori fastest lap of the race, so he's gaining on Yetzi up in front. And Chitlagi just about keeps that podium position very, very close on the exit. But looking through, Barbakov is not a contender for this title. So even if he gets in front, that does not affect Shilagi in this case. But I guess Shilagi wants to keep in front here just so he still has a chance at that lead. See what happens in terms of that lead battle as well. Yetzi and Kantori. Like Yetzi having a little bit of a better lap this time round. 3 completed.
Olivetti lost a couple of places. Oh, and we have a crash in the background. Gabbana is off the racetrack. So are a couple of more drivers. Kovacs, maybe. Oh, and again, cars going off the racetrack. It's just proving how difficult this track is for the drivers. And remember, they all are in the finals, as Barbukov and Silagi are still running side by side. But it looks like Barbukov this time has made it stick and went in front of Silagi. And well, this is the battle for P3.
It is a battle for P3. It's not a battle for championship P3, though.
Yep.
Chidlagi is on that 1,300 point joint lead, and Barbakov not in that battle. Barbakov still can't get past. This time, though, Yetzi puts down a marker, 36.9, is it?
It is 887, so basically 36.9.
887. Yeah. So 3/10 gain. Well, 2.5 over Kantori, who's the chaser behind. this is looking better and better for Yetzi if he can keep this pace up. A difficult track to keep the pace up, that is for sure. But I think he just about broke the slipstream for the lead, and that is an important milestone. Lap 4 of this one. More action incoming, but Barbakov looks like he's lost that opportunity to attack, at least at the moment. Alonso in 5th. He is part of the championship battle. He actually comes in as the leader of the championship, just based on how many races he's won, but that all doesn't really matter here, because whoever comes out on top will come out with the most points. So Alonso P4 provisionally right now in the championship.
Yep, and this is Cantore trying to chase down Yetzi for the win of this race. He lost a little bit on the previous lap time. He's still within a second from Yetzi, so putting that nice pressure on the driver ahead and not giving up as time table goes a little bit crazy. Hopefully there's nothing happening here that it could scare a lot of the drivers. Looked like everyone is just swapping their places. Someone is maybe stuck in the pit lane. Singh is being pushed down the standings, though Cantore now a little bit more than 1 second behind Yetzi. And this is still a very close battle. 13 minutes on the clock. And plenty of opportunities for Cantore to try and maybe get a little bit closer of Yetzi. All he needs to do now is just stay on the rhythm, make no mistakes, and force the driver ahead to make more mistakes. As Yetzi sets the left rear wheel on the grass, loses a little bit of time. The gap is now down to 0.8 of a second, and this is still not over here. The battle for the win of the championship is not done. Whoever crosses the start and finish line in the first position will enjoy the very nice Conspit Ares wheelbase in the comfort of their own home. And this is definitely worth battling for, and that's what the drivers are doing. Silagi is already safe from Barbukov. Barbukov kind of lost it a little bit to Silagi now and is being dragged towards Alonso, who is now running 4th. 5th actually. And he's 4th. He would end up 4th in the championship standings, so even if he would manage to overtake Barbukov, that would still not be enough for those final podium places. All he can hope now is for maybe some harsher battles in front between his rivals to allow him to get a little bit closer to the ones that he could overtake and enjoy the podium places.
Yep, but Yetzi still extending that gap at the front of the field up to just about. It's hovering around that second mark. He can't break it. This is a battle for P11 or 12?
It is
P11.
Yep, P11.
That's Thompson and Liebhardt. They started back down in the field, but kept out of trouble. That's sometimes what you just have to do. Keep out of trouble. Don't get into the incidents. And you can move right on up the field.
Yep, and it looks
close
like
to the top 10.
It looks like Liebhardt. No, that's Thomason. He managed to overtake Liebhardt for that P11 and is now being the one who needs to cover up the possible, probable moves from the car behind. But most likely settling down in that battle. Further down the field, that's Kovacs, P15, a battle with Rosante, side-by-side action. Everyone wants to finish at least one place higher up in this race to have a good finish for the second season of the Conspit MX5 Cup final and start off a fresh season as a driver who performed well in the finals. That's Kovacs going off the racetrack and letting through Toman and leaving Rosante in peace to drive there by himself. Leimhardt and Thomasson still very close to each other, as the gap in front is again a little bit less than 1 second. But both of the drivers are on a very similar pace. At one point, Yeti manages to pull off from Cantore, and on the other corners, he kind of loses a little bit of time, so Cantore needs to stay focused, and that's what he's doing. Brilliant driving by all the drivers. By the way, 2 Italians battling for that highest finishing position. Selagi, a driver from Hungary, and Barbukov, driver from Bulgaria. Alonso, a Spaniard, and Cantore setting the fastest lap time of the race so far. That's what you call putting immense pressure for the driver running in front. Remember, identical setups for the cars and for all the drivers. The most the drivers can do here is turn the traction control on or off, but I'm pretty sure every driver here in this finals are running the race with the traction control off. This is slightly a faster way around the racetrack. You just need to have a lot of practice and good skills to handle the car, but if you want to go fast, this is a way to do it. So basically everyone still on equal conditions.
Yep, and last season's champion is Cantore. So, a driver returning from last season, and this time, well, still in the battle for the win, but running second for now with 7.5 minutes to go. Beautiful shots of the massive cambers around this circuit, the small little crests, but the cambers of the turns, they allow these guys to carry so much more speed into each corner, which is very, very, very nice and fun to drive. Here's Lee Hart. You can see that battle up in front. So lost a bit of time to Thomasson. This is the
that's Allo.
Allo.
Yep, battle for... Oh my god, the timing sheet is going crazy. This is a battle for P11. Yep.
Another... Is that another lap where... No, Yetzi this time. So the front two trading, really. One going quicker than the other going quicker. Yetzi this time, fastest in Sector 1. Look at this circuit. Ups and downs, and well, for the ones that do have the Conspit wheelbase already, they'll be feeling all of those bumps and undulations. And Yetzi and Cantore will hope to win the Conspit wheelbase to feel it themselves if they don't already have one. Still, that cap is kind of stuck at around 0.7 to a second, and it goes up, it goes down, but nothing really changes for the lead.
I think Yetzi is definitely confident now with the pace that he has. Well, he already feels the car underneath him, if you could say that about virtual racing, but he's definitely in his rhythm, and this battle is happening right from the start of this race, and I kind of feel how hard Cantore is trying here. He's very precise and makes very little mistakes. You can see the lap times, they are basically identical, even though the gap is 1 second between the drivers, meaning that Yetzi is not holding off Cantore behind. That just means that the drivers are so identically paced, and actually Selagi he also has the pace of the leaders, but he spent a little bit too much of time battling with Barbukov. And now he's I think already very confident with the idea to finish off this season on the last podium place, though every prize for every place is actually very, very nice, and well, every driver who will finish in the top 3 places will definitely enjoy some nice hardware in their home. It's just the matter of pride, as usual, that lives in every driver, because there is no driver here who came without thinking about the win in a championship like this. It's a very huge championship on the World Sim Series platform. 3,000 drivers in total have participated in all the races that happened in the second season. This is a race to finish it all off, and that's Tatara battling Leibhardt. Nice move into the inside, didn't look too hard. He had a very nice run, makes a little mistake here in the mid corner, loses the back end, but manages to shut the door off, to shut the door for that move, though Leibhardt is kind of on some action to get right back in there into the position that he just lost. Is not backing out. Remember, this is the inside of the first quarter, and actually this time it works for Leibhardt, so not every driver managed to pull off a move into turn 1, but this time Leibhardt, well, he did it pretty nice.
Yep, it's because of the bankings, you really have quite a few lines that you can take and where you can carry speed, so good for comebacks, not good for the ones trying to overtake. Sometimes it gets very, very difficult. Can't see much, but the race looks to be still ongoing.
Yep,
Yetzi still in the lead of this one, and he's still controlling that gap at the front of the field. And we're back. So, looking at Tatura.
Oh, he sends one wheel off the track into the grass. Manages to stick it safe and doesn't lose a position. Oh, it was actually Leibhardt who set that one wheel off the racetrack. Still is in front of Tatara. Toman joins the battle. As we move over to the front field, where Yetzi is now enjoying a 1.4 seconds lead against Cantore. And I think the battle is done here, because there should be 2 laps to go. So this should be this is the penultimate lap of the race.
As just has to avoid making a mistake. That's the important part. Don't make any mistakes, and it should be all right.
Yep, so this track has 18 corners and it is 4.1 kilometers long, so roughly around 7.5 kilometers is left for all the drivers here, and 25 corners or so to be completed, and we will have the champion of this season, which I think is gonna become Simone Yetzi with this fabulous performance. Made no mistakes here, still has to finish it off, but well, I'm pretty sure the driver is definitely very, very confident now and fully focused. Yep, as we start the final lap.
Looking at how he did the rest of this race, I don't have a reason to doubt his confidence at the front of the field. He looked strong from the first lap, controlled it, and well, took pole. So he deserves this one. He did a really, really, really good job here. As on board with Yetzi for his final lap of the Conspit MX5 Cup final. And he'll take the championship and the Conspit Ares direct drive wheelbase. Cantore, he'll get a Conspit CSD Dashboard and Shilagi will get himself a Conspit H3 hydraulic handbrake. So coming through the final few turns on to, well, there's not really a straight around this track, but at least an area where the drivers can go flat. The gap has gone down 2.87 of a second, but that won't matter for Yetzi at the front as he turns in to the final proper corner of this track and comes out on to the start-finish, not so straight, but flat-out section. It's going to be the Italian Simone Yetzi to take the championship, to take the Conspit MX5 Cup, and to take the Conspit Ares wheelbase. Second goes to Cantori, who sets the fastest lap of the race in that final lap. Chilagi in P3, and then it's Barbakov, Alonso, Talianos, Kovalevsky, Ramach, Olivetti, Thomason, Allo, Liebhardt, Toman, Vatara, Paiva, Pleman, Kovacs, Ruzante, Singh, Tuk, Lynch, Fonseca, Sarma, Gabbana, and Rambo out of this race as everybody takes the checkered flag step by step. Still a battle going into that final straightaway for a position, but a huge congratulations to Simone Yetzi. A perfect drive here tonight at the MX5, the Conspit MX5 Cup Finals. You can see the results on your screens as the final drivers take the checkered flag here on World Sim Series. And if any of you want to participate in the next season with great prizes as always on World Sim Series, head on over worldsimseries.com, sign up for free, and go racing. Next season's details will be out soon, as this 13-week calendar, with the 14th week being the grand final here at Grobnik.
Yep, so that shouldn't change for the third season. And the one thing
we
that
don't know where the final will be.
Oh yeah, we don't know the tracks, but I mean the 13 weeks season, the regular season, will gonna go the same way as it does, and there will be another final after those season week races will be completed. One thing will definitely change. It is promised to be even bigger and have even greater prizes for the next season. So if you have enjoyed this one for sure, but haven't joined the World Sim Series platform and the Conspit MX5 Championship, which is always full of drivers, always plenty of races. So do that now. Go to worldsimseries.com webpage and join the on-track action. And you can be the next driver who will win the championship and get yourself some nice prizes. So thanks for being with us. I hope you enjoyed the on-track action. Congratulations again to the winners, and till the next time, have a good evening, and see you next time.
Good night.
To compete in the real race, prove everything on the track, and continue to pursue the everlasting racing glory as your routine.
A single clack of your wheel.
The passion is engaged. All you have to do is to commit, to feel the grip in your hand, to perform every precise entry, to deliver the perfect friction circle, and to master the art of driving. You may ask, where's my race crew? And I would say, leave it to Conspit. Ares, the wheelbase that was built to master the competitive sim racing scene. With its powerful skew pole motor and high-precision optical encoder, Ares delivers an unparalleled driving experience with highly detailed force feedback. 290 GP, deemed to become the true next generation. It breaks the planar constraints through a unique 3D ergonomic design and redefines everything about the Formula steering wheel, featuring a full carbon fiber front housing, ensuring a light yet ultra-rigid experience. The MagFlip rocker-type paddles achieve the same functionality as Formula One setups. The CDP system will push your performance to the next level. Focus and execute the agile maneuver, all within just a blink of an eye. With this zealous combination of Ares and 290 GP, the roar of the road thrills both your hands and soul.